What's up, everybody? It is cwilyt back here with another race reaction. Today, we're going to go back in time and look at Riverside in 1985. I've not watched NASCAR at Riverside in the year 1985. I recently did a race reaction a couple months ago from '87 with a couple friends, but today we're going to be looking at the Budweiser 400 also the California 400 is what it says on the screen. I wonder why they say that, but the video title says Budweiser 400. Either way, we're about to see and check out this race. So we're watching live here. We got the starting lineup. Earnhardt starting all the way back in 14th. Let's go ahead. I was too busy talking. I didn't see who was starting in row one. So it's Darrell Waltrip and Terry Labonte. This is 1985, so it doesn't surprise me that Darrell Waltrip's up there. Ron Bouchard is actually starting in 6th, so that's really impressive. Jeff Bodine was really good at Riverside back in the day. He is starting in row 5. Bill Elliott, I think, was the points leader at the time. He was starting in row 6. And, yeah, we're just looking, seeing here. Ruben Garcia is a well-known road racer, road course ringer, as they would call him back then. Rusty Wallace is starting back in row 11. Yeah. So there's some drivers that I actually don't recognize, like Glenn Stewart. I've never heard of him. But a lot of these guys, I know who they are. But anyways, there's Sumner McKnight. Never heard of him. Bill Osborne, Dale Perry. Some of these guys probably just run some of the road course events. But yeah. So I hope y'all will enjoy this. It's sort of a shorter race reaction than usual. Usually I do like races that are a couple hours, but this one says it's only 1 hour, so maybe they cut out a lot from the race. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go along. But now let's hear what they have to say. The announcers.
We're about to complete the pace lap here at Riverside, the start of the Budweiser California.
Riverside International has always been one of my favorite tracks. It's my favorite road course that NASCAR raced at. It's always fun. I mean, it's a very fast 9-turn track. It was very dangerous, unfortunately, but it definitely is one of the most challenging road courses in the United States, or was. It's not. It doesn't exist anymore. Green flag. I love that camera angle. I've never seen this race before, so I don't know one, but if I were to guess who would win this race, I'm going to say Tim Richmond, because Tim Richmond was really good at Riverside.
Tim Richmond on the inside of Darrell Waltrip challenging him. As they head up through the S's, it's the blue and white number 44 of Terry Labonte right behind him, Waltrip. Labonte nipped by him in turn number 2 where he got inside. Here they come through turn number 6. This is the slowest part of the racetrack here at Riverside.
Yeah, it's such a sharp turn there, but it's a great spot for photos and video, that's for sure.
In most cases, Brock, these are not the machines you see on the super speedways. The teams come to Riverside with a special road racing machine they only use.
Yeah, you can see, like, it definitely is probably really hot that day.
And Brocky is actually driving away from Darrell Waltrip. He sure is down this long straightaway. It appears that Labonte's got a little bit of a speed advantage over Darrell. He's pulled out to a bit of a lead.
Bill Elliott making a move there by Ruttman, I believe. There's Richard Petty all the way back there.
And here comes Labonte in turn 9, and he has pulled out to about 10 car lengths over Waltrip.
Yeah, big lead already for Labonte.
He won this race a year ago, went on to win the Winston Drivers Championship. 28 years old, they call it the Iceman from Corpus Christi.
Labonte won the championship the year before in 1984. Wow, you can just see there's already such a huge gap between the leader and car round. At first I thought it was Buddy Arrington because of the blue and the red, but that's Fulmer, I think is what they said. No, Palmer. Sound like they said Norm Fulmer, but it's actually Norm Palmer. Keep it green. There's a glitch there. I wonder if that glitch was an editing, or was an editing error there, or what?
I think now that he's in the race, he's enjoying the difference. Well, you've got a
Waltrip just seems to be holding his own there and being able to hold off Richmond, but Gant's closed in on. Yep, here comes Gant with a great run off turn 9. A sweeping right-handed turn. Oh, the contact, a little bit of contact there. Gant, no, Richmond's still there though. Oh, he ran off into the side there, and that allows Gant to get by him. Very hard racing for third that early in the race. Oh, we got a big pause there. I don't know what happened. Hopefully that's not my stream. But yeah, those tuning in right now, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope y'all are enjoying these race reactions I've been doing for about over a year now. And obviously, I've done a reaction to Riverside before, but this is one of my favorite tracks. This Harry Gant goes by Daryl Waltrip there. Apologize for I don't know what's going on there, if that's a glitch on my end or what. But Harry Gant just flew by in the second. I met Harry Gant actually about a month ago. He came on the Racing Roots with Ham Show that I'm a part of and I help out with. And wow, I don't know what that noise was there. But thank you all for tuning in and watching, and I hope you all enjoying the stream. Still just early on in this race, so there's Dale Earnhardt. He's worked his way up some spots, so is Bill Elliott. Richmond actually got by Walter too, so I think it's Ricky Rudd behind them. Neil Bonnet's behind them. Kyle Petty just got passed by Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott had a really good 1985 season, just going to get the championship. So, while they weren't looking, or they didn't have the cameras on at the time for that area, Richmond gets by Harry Gant.
Because Harry is really slipping and sliding around here. It could be that Tim got by him because he got a little wide coming off of turn number 9. If these race cars are too loose on a road course like Riverside, you can not only tire the driver up, but your fuel and tire.
Yeah, Riverside is a very tiring track, and I mean, for them to race 500 miles at that track back in the 60s and some part of the 70s, you know, they raced like 195, 190 laps at Riverside. It's insane, and it's really tiring, and I couldn't imagine. I mean, it's 5 hours.
With a computerized system, and they don't measure fuel by volume or gallons. They measure it by weight. They know the specific gravity of gasoline. They know the temperature of the day. They know exactly how much fuel they have got in these cans by weighing them. After the fuel is put into the race car, they again weigh the can so that they know how much fuel remained in the container.
That's pretty smart.
Information is then fed into this computer. Okay, they tell it how many green laps the car ran, how many yellow laps, how many pace laps even. The computer is pre-programmed to figure all of that
That's very interesting. I've never seen that before.
They have still got left on that load of fuel. Right in here is the actual readout from the scale, an LED readout that they've got to tape up so you can see it in this bright sun. But I think they've got a real edge on some of the competition as far as minimizing that guesswork, not running.
Oh, Jeff Bodine looks like he's blowing an engine here.
As we watch Jeff Bodine currently in 7th place, he's got serious problems. Looks like a burned piston from here.
Oh, a burned piston, okay.
In that number 5 Chevrolet. Remember, he's a former winner here as well. Is expected to perform among the leaders. But
yeah, Bodine about won the 87 race I watched a couple months ago, and he choked it away in the final laps. That's a lot of smoke. Yeah, he's probably going to definitely lose some laps there. If not, he's out. I mean, he's probably basically out of the race now.
Changes tires and refills them, expecting that maybe he's going to get back on way. But right now, it's costing him. He tries to make repairs.
And also into the
There's Richard Petty in pit road too.
Richard Petty, the winningest stock car driver of them all. Car number 43 headed back out onto the racetrack after servicing, but still in the pits with a lot of smoke puffing out of the exhaust is number 5 and Jeff Bodine. Big problems in that camp. We'll be back to Riverside, California right after these words.
You'll seldom see a more spectacular sight than this.
Okay, so Harry Gant got passed again by Waltrip. Bouchard's been holding his own. I know he's had some good runs, but for him to be sixth at Riverside and holding off Bill Elliott and Dale Earnhardt's really impressive. Bouchard won only one race in his Cup career, and that was at Talladega, if I believe, in 81 or 82.
Handling that number 33 car. Just then you saw it kind of make a darting move to the left on him. That may be why he has fallen back to 4th place until he can get in the pits and maybe get that suspension.
Sorry, I'm checking my phone because I'm about to upload a video on YouTube and trying to get everything squared away with that. I always liked that 12 car, despite it being a beer sponsored car. I always thought the 12 was pretty cool. And there's Neil Bonnet. Neil Bonnet was one of my favorite drivers.
The problem with on a road course for Grand National guys is that they tend to charge the corners a little bit too hard, as if they were running a short track, and that tends to use up the brakes, the gearbox, and the tires. So discipline and kind of to an advantage. As we watch Terry Labonte come off turn number 9 and head for the pits. The caution's out. What a break, Steve Evans! Right off the last corner and into the pits. That'll save.
Oh, that's Palmer again. And now that allows the leaders to come in the pit here.
Terry Labonte, the leader, is in the pits. Also, the second place driver, Tim Richard, number 27, is in the pits. The driver that can get out first, Brock, is going to now be leading this race. Terry Labonte is going to win that war easily. He was at the very far end of
Yeah, Richmond may get off second here, it looks like.
Now they took on fuel and 2 tires.
Yeah, Waltrip's not. He came in behind there. It seemed like he's lost some ground. But obviously it's under yellow, so they're going to restart near each other.
To give the less well-financed teams a break because the more wealthy teams will throw
They are the crew member checking the tire wear and all that. Pretty crucial.
The field circulates under caution. Let's stop for a moment to consider the pit crews. You saw them spring into action a few moments ago,
Yep.
and they can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Earlier, Steve had a chance to look at the best in the business.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the world champion pit crew of the number 3 Wrangler Chevrolet. First of all, out of Goodyear,
This is really cool.
Side tires will win. White tire man Mickey Magic Meredith. And in the safety position during fueling, working catch gas, Bobby Moody. Handling the second gas can today, Eddie Bruckman. The man who can slam dunk fuel like no other, gas man Barney Boyd. He may only be 6 foot 1 inch, but he's the center on this team, Jackman David Smith. The man who is supposed to
Chocolate Myers.
Tire carrier Danny Chocolate Myers. Crew chief and front tire man
Kirk Shelmerdine. I met Kirk
The driver is the
about a
driver.
year ago.
This crew, Dale Earnhardt, 1980 Winston Cup champion. And this entire Winston
Richard, look how young Richard Childress looked.
and car owner Richard Childress. There they are, the very best crew in NASCAR Grand National Stock Car Racing.
All right, thanks, Steve. And
That's
you
a
can be
pretty
sure
cool
that
segment.
Dale Earnhardt would not be sitting in the fifth spot.
But Ricky Rudd's now up to 4th. Gant lost some spots. Earnhardt is in 5th. Yeah, Gant lost a lot of spots.
Look at this. Bill Elliott all the way up into 6th spot.
While we're still
Bobby Allison's in the top 10. He started
Thanks, Steve. I'm standing here with
further on back.
who is the president of Riverside International Raceway. Dan, we've been hearing a lot of stories the last couple of years about the status of Riverside and what's going to happen to Riverside. Is there going to be a Riverside?
There's going to be a Riverside Ed through 1986. We've been hearing a lot of rumors just the last few days down here in the garages that this is our last year, or even this is our last race. We're
Yeah, it's sad that they let the track go and then they turned into a shopping mall and housing development and basically destroyed it. I mean, it makes no sense. It was a great track. I mean, it lasted about 30 years or so, but I mean, it's a shame. I mean, it honestly was one of the greatest road courses in the United States, if not the world, and for them to get rid of it just made no sense to me.
In the meantime, we are continuing to look for other sites for the raceway. We've had meetings as late as day before yesterday looking at a new piece of property. We are committed by the end of the year to know where Riverside's going to be in the spring of 1987, but we are going to be running through 1986. How these things keep going around, I don't know. I would just wish the people that are talking about it would call Bill France Jr.
And also for Riverside, funny thing is you can see there, when they restarted the race, they would restart down this long straightaway, and the pace car would pull off and enter a different direction to the front. But if I'm correct, but yeah, I always liked how they restarted on that long straightaway there before they even got to turn 9.
Keeping major automobile racing in Southern California with the establishment of a new Riverside, or at least a new race course in Southern California.
Thank you, Dan. Let's go back to Steve and Brock with today's Riverside.
And we are back under green, and Terry Labonte.
Yeah, and when they come off turn 9, they're so close to hitting that wall. Seeing a lot of bad wrecks at Riverside in that corner, turn 9, exiting the corner and then going into turn 1.
Slipping and sliding, the track asphalt breaking up a little bit, making things even trickier.
As we watch Terry Labonte,
Yeah, Richmond's on his tail to see if he get by.
Not letting Richmond get by. A whole mob of competitors come after him. Here comes Labonte down into turn number 8. That Monte Carlo SS with the special nose on it, designed pretty much for Grand National Stock Car Racing, ought to give Terry a little bit of an aerodynamic.
Earnhardt's into the top 5. Let's see if he can get a run on Ricky Rudd down this straightaway. Earnhardt was pretty solid at Riverside, even though he never won there.
Ricky Rudd being chased by the number 3 car of Dale Earnhardt of Chevrolet. And this will show us how difficult turn number 9 really is. 180 degrees. It resembles one end of say a 1-mile super speedway, except you're going the opposite direction you're used to traveling. Earnhardt closing right up on the bumper of Ricky Rudd. They hang down low.
Let's see if he can get a run off turn 9. I don't know if he can or not. Doesn't look like it.
It's the only time in Grand National Racing that the driver has the wall on his side of the automobile.
And in fact, the fatality a number of years ago at turn number 9 was the reason that all Grand National cars now are required to carry driver's window nets.
Yep, that was the one that I talked about in a video that I did with Black Flags Matter. I did a video about that race and that weekend. If you haven't yet seen that, go check it out. I talked about the 1976, or not 76, 1967 Motor Trend 500. So yeah, go check that out. Talked about the race and about that weekend, and yeah.
Car number 3, Dale Earnhardt, he has fallen way off the pace, in fact, out of the top 10, Brock Yates.
That's a tough break for Dale Earnhardt, who drives about as hard as anybody, as we watch the number 44 car of Terry Labonte.
Labonte seems to have a really strong car. I mean, he's just been able to hold his ground in the lead. He's been able to pull away, but anyone that gets a run on him, he can't. Problems for Earnhardt.
Coasting down the inside of the racetrack and doubtlessly out of the race, and if not out,
Looks like a mechanical issue.
far behind you, you'll never catch up. That is Richmond in second spot, just hammering through turn number 1. These cars get all kind of sideways and light as they crest that little hill in turn 1. We've seen some spectacular passes there already today as Labonte leads it down through the S's. Look at him down into the dirt on the apexes of those corners.
It's such a wide those turns there are so windy and narrow, and he could easily go off the track. Saw a lot of that happen. I've seen a lot of clips from like the 60s at Riverside. Everyone would lose it around those corners.
11-gallon containers are brought here to the Union 76 service station right at Riverside Raceway. Union furnishes a special blend of racing gasoline to all of the teams free of charge. But for some of these guys, it's like waiting in those gas lines of the 70s. They want to get back to the pits in a hurry.
Absolutely right, but they'll rush back to the pits and be ready for yet another pit stop. As we watch Neil Bonnet, who's riding in a 6th spot, twist his way around Riverside.
Wow, it looked like Earnhardt got really, not Earnhardt, Gant got really loose there.
Right now, though, he's scrapping back there.
Gant was really strong in the first couple laps, and he's falling back. I don't know if it's on his car, or if it was just a bad pit stop, or what.
Six-time winner here. Then 33, Harry Gant, number 7, Kyle Petty. All of them 6th back in that particular order. Well, that crew of the number 3 car we featured earlier has got to be wearing some crowns now. Their man is out of the race. Brock is with him in the garage area.
Dale Earnhardt obviously displeased. What do you reckon happened, Dale?
I don't know, Brock. Dropped the rod, I think. You know, something out the bottom of the engine. That's the second one we lost this week. We lost the qualifier before qualifying, and we had a real good shot at sitting on the pole, and something happened to it, and then same thing happened to this. So, you know, we hadn't run this car since Bristol. We redid it, so there might be something wrong with the oil system. I don't know. It's starving the motor or something, but all the gauges were reading good. It was going along fine and just sort of riding along, you know, with the pace, and you know, it's a shame this regular Chevrolet just didn't finish today.
Any warning at all?
No, it just went out on us.
Well, we're sorry you're out.
That's about the worst thing that can happen in
We'll have to see after the race where he finished exactly on the on Racing Reference, but looks like Richmond's actually gained up again on Labonte here. See if he actually can pass. Oh, there goes Richmond. He got a great run there, and he's going to take the lead. So I picked Richmond to win, and he's now passing Labonte for the lead. It took a while, but he finally got it. But Labonte's still getting back though.
You've got the first new leader of the day, Tim Richmond. This is not altogether surprising because a lot of guys along pit wall clocked Richmond in practice yesterday as going very, very quickly. So they expected he might lead. Now let's go to Stephen Richmond's pit.
Well, I'm at car owner Raymond Badel of the 27 car driven by Tim Richmond. Had to be a pretty sight. Tim just came by here in the lead.
Yeah, we were hoping he'd at least lead some of the laps so we could get the extra points.
Yeah, Raymond Beadle was a great crew chief.
We've been picking up a few positions here lately.
You know, I know that this year you retired from driving the famous Blue Max Cutting car to concentrate more on this kind of racing, being around, helping out, guiding the team.
Yeah, I've spent a lot more time. In fact, I've probably been with the NASCAR more this year than I have the last 2 years combined. But our performance has been doing better and better all year long. I don't
Check real quick on something.
If we have some questions, I try to answer them right then instead of waiting till Monday.
Well, knowing Raymond Beadle, I'm sure the crew pays a lot more attention when he's around. He's a great guy, but a great organizer and a great boss, as he has turned this team into a contender after only entering Grand National competition a few years ago. All right, here comes Neil Bonnet. Right behind him, Bouchard, Harry Gant, Bobby Allison, Kyle Petty in the 6th spot. They are fighting it out. Watch Ron Bouchard and Harry Gant.
Well, as always, as I mentioned earlier, thank y'all for tuning into the stream. I hope y'all have enjoyed it so far, and let me know your thoughts on Riverside. I mean, it's definitely a fun track. I wish they never got rid of it. Let me know what your thoughts are on this track.
Number 9, and Harry Gant just blew past him to retake 7th place and perhaps begin to pick up some of those spots that he held earlier in the event.
Well, Harry Gant kind of tucked the fender under Bouchard there. Bouchard looked over, couldn't take the line.
So Gant, he had fallen down to 10th on that restart or whatever during the pit cycle, and then he's now gained a couple spots after I said he must have been struggling. Bill Elliott's now trying to get by Ricky Rudd. I think this is for 4th. Yep.
He sure does. He's been nipping away all afternoon, slowly working his way through this field. Of course, Elliott been a superstar on the big speedways, just blowing everybody away on the faster high bank tracks of the South. Came in here, did not practice well, qualified way back in 12th spot, as you said, but now just working his way through the field. Who knows? Rudd could be the next target on his list as they head down into turn number 9.
Well, no matter where, Bill Elliott may run in this back.
Ricky Rudd, I remember he won. I don't remember what year he won Riverside, but I know he won 1 year in the 80s in Riverside in the 15 car.
Bill Elliott, a big drive down the stretch.
There goes Elliott underneath him.
He is now in the fourth position ahead of Ricky Rudd.
But it's not over yet. Stevie's got to take the high side through that fast left-hander turn number 1. He does it. Takes it the hard way. Bill Elliott moves into 4th spot. He's on the prowl here at Riverside. Can he catch the leaders? Stay with us.
He's Elliott's now behind Darrell Waltrip. Those two battled for the championship in '85.
Good old boys. But there's a driver from Ohio leading the California 400 in Riverside, California. That, of course, is Tim Richmond. Terry Labonte from Texas running 2. They better all look out for Bill Elliott, who's moved up.
Ron Bouchard's 9th. Kyle Petty's moved back into the top 10. I wish they would show more of the leaderboard than just the top 10 so I know where everyone else is running, but it is what it is. Jeff Bodine appears is back on the track. He had a issue early in the race.
Again, of course, up among the leaders earlier, but look at this. This is Darrell Waltrip coming off turn number 9, going outside Terry Labonte and trying to take over 2nd place. He does it the hard way on the outside of turn 1.
Darrell Waltrip looks like he got back to 2nd as my computer's about to die still. Let me find my friends.
It sure is. You wonder about Labonte as well. Remember, he had a big lead in the early stages and now falling all the way.
Guess not.
Let's see. Bill Elliott broadside through the S's in that number 9 Ford Thunderbird. What a driver he is, and it looks like he's gobbling up the distance between himself and Terry Labonte in the 3rd spot.
To me, Brock, part of the appeal of these big cars on the road course is the fact that they do slide, like race cars some people feel should. A big GTP car, they go through here with the ground effects just glued to the pavement, big wide tires. Not so here, these guys have got the muscle these cars around.
As we are over halfway through the video, so they definitely skipped some parts out of this broadcast for sure. As we saw Waltrip get by Terry Labonte for 2nd, and Bill Elliott is closing on them too as they're working through left traffic.
Number 11 Chevrolet and moves out away from Terry Labonte and now rides undisputed in the 2nd spot.
So Darrell Waltrip goes hunting for Tim Richmond, who's about 10 car lengths out in front of him. But the way
there goes a car around.
that is one of the NASCAR West machines. Car number 32, Ruben.
It's pretty easy to lose your grip coming off of turn 9, bleeping it.
But I don't believe we'll see a yellow here, Brock.
Ruben Garcia.
Coming back.
Steve, that took an instant response on the part of Waltrip because if the yellow had come out, he would have been in perfect position to dive into pits. If the yellow didn't come out and he went into the pits, he'd have fallen way back. Attribute that to the poise and experience of the former champion Waltrip as we watch.
And Elliott really has been on the charge in the last 10 laps or so. He's gained and he's now trying to catch Labonte for 3rd.
Labonte as they charge up into turn number 6. It'll be interesting to see how these cars behave down the long straightaway.
And even more interesting, Brock, because Terry Labonte leads the points for the Winston Cup National Championship. Bill Elliott is the number 2 points earner. He'd like to change that here at Riverside.
Well, we're going to get a good look at how these two cars behave down the long straightaway. These are the most aerodynamic shapes in Grand National racing. The SS Monte Carlo Labonte, the Thunderbird of Bill Elliott. Remember that the Thunderbird this year earlier was so slick and so fast on the super speedways that NASCAR raised the roof a half an inch and permitted the Chevrolets to lower their roof line a half an inch. That's evened it up a little bit. Right now, Labonte holds the lead going into turn number 9 or holds 3rd place going into turn number 9. But look,
Oh, he's got to run there. I don't know if he can make the pass. Oh, maybe. He's beside him now. He actually got by him. At the nope, still side by side. Great battle here. As it looks like Elliott makes the pass there for 3rd. Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
And believe me, what a hairy piece of driving on the part of Bill Elliott. Now, he moves out to about a 2-car length lead as they come up into turn number 6. Well, Elliott all the way from 12th to 3rd. The question right now is...
Car in the wall in turn 9. Yeah, I was going to say, I thought that would probably be Jimmy Means. Looks like part of his windshield's gone, too. Yeah, that's going to be a caution. Yeah, his windshield came off.
The gas cans and the spare tires as Tim Richmond comes off
Yep, now the leaders are going to come in and pit.
Crucial to get in and out of here. Remember, they only get 2 tire changes on these yellow flags. So here goes the Richmond crew on the outside rubber. That is the rubber, of course, on these right-handed corners that gets the most wear. Here comes Terry Labonte. The crew chief there, Dale Inman, a cousin of the famed Petties, worked on that team for years. Now with Billy Hagan's Stratograph team.
See who gets out first. It looks like Richmond will.
Here comes Richmond underway. He should hold the lead.
Yes, he will, Brock. He will go out falling behind the pit.
Their Waltrip got out second. Bill Elliott got out for Labonte too.
Terry Labonte. So the 44 car that took on right side rubber, a bit of surprise, has slipped back to the 4th position. It's going to take the tow truck a few minutes to get Jimmy Means off the wall, so let's catch up with Ed Bruce.
Thanks, Steve. And I'm sitting here with one of the real legends of stock car racing, Ned Jarrett. He's been around racing for a long time.
Ned Jarrett raced at Riverside back in the early 60s.
What's it about making records, Ned?
Well, first, Ed, let me say that I'm pleased to be associated with the sport so long in various forms. But this record was an idea of a fellow by the name of Mike Hopkins from over in Tennessee. There's 21 drivers on there singing songs about themselves. And
What is that?
were written by professional songwriters from Nashville, Tennessee.
World
They're not
Series.
trying to move into your category. Believe me, they couldn't challenge you. But you would be surprised at some of the talent that you hear on there. And it's a fun thing for some of the fellas, and let them expose another talent that they might have.
Well, I was looking through it, and I recognized quite a few of the riders. Of course, I recognize all these drivers here. Is it selling any records?
It's beginning to move pretty good, especially as people hear some of the songs. Kyle Petty, Dick Brooks, Terry Labonte. You'd be surprised at how they sound on there. Not as good as you, but as good as some professional artists that we have heard.
I didn't see Mamas Don't Let Your Babies Go Be Cowboys on here.
No, these were all original songs, and I think
I'll be back in a minute, y'all.
to make it so popular.
Let's go back and see some more races. Thank you, Ned.
Right, Ed, and right now, Tim Richmond leads them around behind a pace car. We're still under caution here at Riverside. The 5 leaders' positions have not changed since the Floria pit stop. Ricky Rudd brings up the number 5 spot. Bobby Allison leads the second 5. Kyle Petty, number 10. Okay, as we get ready for some green flag racing, let's try a little special musical treat.
I like to run down at Riverside. The town today is a rough one. So when I take a race away from Calderdale, it's a tough one.
Here at Riverside, California, red number 27, Tim Richmond battles number 11, Darrell Waltrip for the lead in the Budweiser California 400. I'm Steve Evans along with Brock Yates and Ed Bruce, and this has turned out to be some kind of a car race. A lot of these Grand National drivers, Brock, don't look forward to Riverside, but when they get here, they give it their all and more.
Well, they've got to, Steve. They got no choice. There is no place for stroking in Grand National stock car racing. If you want to run anywhere near the leaders, you got to charge as hard as you can make the car go, and that's exactly what.
So it looks like we've got green here.
Sweeps down into turn number 9 to hold on to the lead. But this young man, Ricky Rudd, in the number 15 Thunderbird, is working as hard as he can just to hold on to 5th place, because right behind him, one of the all-time
Bobby Allison's trying to catch Ricky Rudd for 5th here. And Allison has a lot of experience at Riverside. He raced at Riverside for pretty much his whole career, so he raced at Riverside more than 20 times at least.
NASCAR programs. Neil Bonnet got off to a rocky start earlier in the season, but has seen the winner's circle twice this year.
And one of the most personable and articulate drivers in all of motorsport is we
First time they've used that camera angle there to go up into that turn. First time they've used that all race.
number 11, Darrell Waltrip, right behind him. But at the present time, it looks
I think the broadcast has been pretty solid. What y'all think?
Richmond's got the advantage, and here comes
That is Buddy Baker.
Buddy Baker. Got a tire down, no doubt, Steve.
I think it's worse than that.
Either looks like a tire or an axle problem.
In that automobile, fighting the wheel, just trying to get it to the wall. That's a lot more than just simply a tire going down. The whole differential is loose in that car.
Well, that'll definitely put Buddy out for the day. That's an unfortunate break for him. He wasn't with the leaders at the present time, but the volatility of this kind of racing can put somebody from way, way back up among the leaders in a matter of a few caution flags or a couple of quick pit stops. That is Tim Richmond still leading it here. Once again, down
Waltrip seems to have closed a little bit on Richmond, but
big sweeping right
Obviously, Waltrip and Richmond, they've had some battles at Riverside before, and maybe they'll battle for the lead here. He's definitely closed in on him.
Well, there's Darrell Waltrip riding in second spot. Remember, he started on the pole, but has not led it here so far. But he's moving in on Richmond right now. That's Buddy Baker, the gentle giant, they call him, out of the automobile.
Yeah, look how much taller he is than that official.
And we heard Buddy just before the race tell us he didn't like Riverside. It's been awful hard on him over the years. Well, it continues to be very hard on him. Here comes Tim Richmond getting a lot of pressure from Darrell Waltrip and number 11 riding in the second.
Yeah, Waltrip's now all over him. And now it's been able to close in too.
Well, they tend to dart around a lot here on this racetrack. It's a little bit hard to tell, Steve, but he could be losing a tire. They do get some rapid tire wear in these very heavy race cars on these right-left corners here at Riverside. But right now, it's Richmond out front as they head down the long straightaway. Right behind him, Waltrip, and behind him, and is going to be, I would reckon, a factor here pretty quickly. Up into third place, the number 9 Thunderbird of Bill Elliott. Here comes Richmond, a little left-handed kink. Now hard on the brakes, downshifting into third gear, sets it up for that long, sweeping right-hander number 9, turn number 9.
And look at Waltrip actually hanging that right front wheel over the white line. Now moving just in behind Richmond. He's going to try him on the inside.
There he goes. He went high and then low there. Who will be at the line? It looks like Waltrip led that lap. As a veteran mover, Waltrip, he went high and then went low. Next in the corner, got a great run. And now Labonte is closed in on Elliott for third. Elliott's trying to get up there. Elliott and Waltrip were battling for the points lead in 85 for pretty much almost the entire year.
Now it's Bill Elliott with his sights on Richmond. And again, Richmond's car bobbles a bit.
Well, let's not forget the fourth man in that train. That's the number 44 Chevrolet of Terry Labonte. Remember, he was out front for a while and has also moved back into contention. So we've got 4 cars here fighting essentially for first place.
And Richmond's car, particularly in the few left-hand corners on Riverside, is not handling.
I wonder what happened to Gann. I haven't seen him in a while. Harry Gann, the 33.
Possible, but right now he's worried only about one thing, and that's that number 9 Thunderbird of Bill Elliott, who is right on his buffer. Tim Richmond has had to give way a little bit here, and it's got to be frustrating to a Charger like him to have to kind of feather foot through these corners, and it could be, as you say, some tire problems. Right now, though, Elliott dives low. This is where Waltrip took Richmond earlier on the last lap. Will Elliott do it?
Oh, here comes Bill. He made an outside pass here earlier on Labonte, and it looks like he'll pass Richmond, and now Labonte almost got underneath Richmond into that corner. So the points leaders are 1 and 2. If I'm correct. I'm pretty sure they're 1-2 in points at the time.
Driving my best when I make them tires burn, and I still give her hell when I hit my last turn.
Stock car fans are giving the kind of action today they normally just.
Oh, here comes Elliott on Waltrip. He's gained on him. Oh, both got a little loose. Look at the crowd stand up on their feet. They know this is a big moment. Elliott did gain on Waltrip and then lost that ground in turn 9 when he flipped up. Richmond's coming in under green, so this definitely will cost him some ground for sure. I mean, I did pick him to win, so he's now out of contention unless a caution comes out here. Yeah, he lost a lot of ground.
Tim's chances for catching up are vastly diminished.
Yeah, they are just about remote and none. But right now, you can bet that Darrell Waltrip is the lead. And right behind him in the Thunderbird, Bill Elliott. They'll be looking for a yellow flag.
Slingshot engaged.
It'll be a big advantage to them, Brock.
Here comes Ricky Rudd. He's coming in. So I guess they should be. I guess it is around time for them to pit. So it wasn't Richmond coming in early. It was time for the pit cycle. So I was wrong in that regard, and looks like Allison's in as well.
But as long as you do have to pit with a green flag out, everyone's going to take on 4 tires. Well, Ricky Rudd and here Bobby Allison. We explained the tire rule earlier. The short track tire rule in effect here at Riverside. On yellow, a maximum of 2. On green, change all 4 if you want.
So Ricky Rudd underway. There, the final look. Notice tightened up on Bobby Allison's car.
I always like that 22 Bobby Allison car as well as the stars out. Oh, we got a car around.
Into the dirt in a big way through the S's.
Talk about bad timing for a caution to come out
Right now, Steve, he's
for some people.
with dirt and a lot of dust.
This car through iron.
Feeling that it will, Brock. Indeed, the yellow flag is out.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful sight that is for
So right there in the middle of pit stops, too. Walter Believer's about to come in, so is Elliott.
Here is Elliott's Thunderbird coming into his pit. Now the yellow is out. They can only change 2 tires. Are going to attack the left side of the automobile.
So I didn't know they could only change 2 tires under yellow. I thought they could change all 4, so that is interesting. Elliott got off before Walter. Wow.
Elliott who wins it. Walter falls back. There goes Labonte roaring up through the gears. What a race out of the pit, Steve.
And it scrambled things a little bit. Bill Elliott by
And they were still running pretty much almost full speed under the yellow here.
Terry Labonte. Let's go to Brock and Waltrip's pit.
I'm with Junior Johnson, who was just about at the end of pit lane when that yellow came out. You guys had to scramble a little bit.
Well, we didn't expect the caution to come out that close to us being, right where we had to enter the pit, so we just had to make a spur of the moment decision. And that's what you got to do at this place. It's hard to tell where your car is at when the caution comes out or anything. You just got to keep on your toes and watch for it.
Okay, well, good luck. Thanks.
Well, Brock, you talked earlier about how alert guys.
Bonnet's now in the top 5 again, and Gant too. Richmond's down somewhere in the top 10 probably still. Yep, 10th. He did lose a lot of ground. Kyle Petty's moved up to 6th. A lot of these guys are basically that are on the screen. They've been in the top 10 the whole race.
As we travel around the country covering motorsports events like drag racing and road racing, stock car racing, sprint cars, even the swamp buggy races, we get the impression that it's a healthy sport, motorsports in general. We thought we'd go directly to the source. This is John Cooper, who's the chairman of ACUS. John, what is the state of automotive sports right now?
Ed, I think as we approach the halfway point of the 85 season that it's never been better. We've got competition in all forms of motorsports that's certainly the best I can remember in a long time. Crowds, television coverage. I can't think of any aspect of motorsports that's not on an upswing right now.
Well, of course, we noticed the big crowds out, and it's colorful. It's a very family-oriented sport.
It is a family-oriented sport.
Looks like they're going back Rainier.
California racing is entering the next to last year at this speedway, as you know. There'll be a new or relocated Riverside, hopefully by the 87 season.
As Labonte is taking, or was taking, 2nd. That was just a video glitch on their end. That's not mine.
Steve Evans.
And Terry is making up for that war he lost in the pit. He has already driven around Darrell Waltrip, but so also is Darrell's own teammate Neil Bonnet, currently running in third. So Waltrip, possibly with a problem, has slid back to the 4th spot.
That's what makes this
Sorry about that, y'all. I had to go and check and see what's going on.
Guys will get up near the front, and they'll fall back, move back up again. Terry, remember, led it for a while.
As Labonte got a great restart, and Bonnet got by Earnhardt as well, so now Elliott may have some pressure for the lead. And Harry Gant, who had fallen back earlier, seems to have gotten things going again and now trying to take 4th. There's a lot of video glitch in here. Not really surprised. I mean, it's the 80s, so. Let's fast forward a little bit to get through that. Walter's making another pit stop here. Yeah, crucial moment here. Oh my, come on. What's going on here?
The Budweiser California 400 roars on here at Riverside.
Oh, looks like a problem for Bouchard. He was running really well in this race. It's a shame he's now probably out. I wonder who that will put in the top 10 now.
A tough break. Ron Bouchard ran as high as 7th place and then fell back.
All right, Allison's now in the top 10 because of Waltrip, and let's see who's now going to be 6th or 10th. Dave Marcus has reached the top 10. Richard Petty is now in the top 10. Petty started really far back.
Way back in 9th place, Steve Evans.
Bill Elliott here passing on the outside as he exits turn 9. Seems to be able to run anywhere he wants.
I wonder how many cars are left down. We'll obviously look at the statistic. Oh, problem. Wow. A tire's down on Bill Elliott, and that gives Terry Labonte the lead. I was wondering why his car just suddenly veered right there. Big moment. And now here comes Bonnet and Gant right by him. That is a huge moment. He's now going to have to come in the pit. He's losing a lot of ground. And not only is he going to have to come in the pit, he's going to get passed by Darrell Waltrip, who had the pit because of a problem. So that is a big, terrible break for Bill Elliott, who is in the lead. Yeah, that tire's shredded now. Jeez. Man.
In fact, it's possible Terry could put a lap on him before he gets into the pits.
He sure could. The crew is ready with a spare right front.
That tire looks like it's used. They probably didn't have another tire. I don't know. We'll see.
In front of that pit, and there's nothing left. Molten rubber wrapped around that right front wheel on the Ford Thunderbird. Where is he? They're looking.
Well, first it was Waltrip, now Elliott, fighting their way into the lead, only to have a tire problem. So you got to wonder whether Terry Labonte is sitting out front there saying, "Uh-oh, it could be mine next."
Well, probably not, Brock, because on the last caution, Labonte's crew, you remember, changed right side rubber. Crafty move.
Surprised the tire didn't cause as much. It caused more damage. I mean, there is some damage to the front, but you know that right front fender, but it's nothing too bad. He can still race.
These relatively small tires on these heavy cars, small gas tanks, make for a lot of strategy, a lot of pit stops, a lot of thought on the part of the crew chiefs. And right now we saw.
Oh, look at that thing.
Of course, he's still running, but for a young man like Elliott, there is no other place except first place.
Oh, and now problems for Neil Bonnet. Bonnet was running in the. Now it seems like a lot of the leaders are having trouble here. Bonnet was running well. Now Allison, who's in third, is coming into pit road. And I bet you the heat definitely probably playing a factor with some of these mechanical issues in the tires. Look like, yeah, Ricky Rudd's in pit road. Another car going behind the wall.
Remember, he's pitting under green as Allison did. Allison only took left side rubber. Labonte, Dale Inman, and Drew, they're going to put tires on all four cars and go out trying to win this race.
Yeah, it is smart to change 4 tires here because, yeah, you don't want to risk blowing a tire at Riverside. I mean, we just saw what happened with Elliott. He got lucky. I mean, there's clips I've seen of people blowing tires at Riverside and going head on to the wall or, you know, getting stranded like way far from pit road and they have to get towed.
Here comes the second place runner, the Bandit, Harry Gant. Everybody else did it under green. He didn't dare wait. Right-hand side just sucks it dry. Tires going on all 4 corners there. We're going to have a NASCAR shootout, the kind that only happens in Grand National Stock Car Racing. Now, while Harry is sitting here getting fresh rubber, Bobby Allison comes streaking by to take over his second position.
And I'll tell you what, Steve, Allison's got his sights on Labonte.
Bobby Allison's in second, I think is what they just said. Allison, as I mentioned earlier, he's run really well at Riverside, so It doesn't really surprise me.
Well, normally in Grand National Stock Car
Allison now just took the lead from Labonte, so wow. Interesting here. Let's see. These two are going to be battling now. I don't know how many laps are left. Ken Schrader's now in the top 10. Darrell Waltrip's worked his way back into the top 10. Same thing. Bill Elliott's actually ahead of Waltrip, which surprises me. I thought Waltrip would be ahead of Elliott.
Let's see what kind of a drag race develops. Labonte wags his tail there a little bit, and now they accelerate up to about 180 miles an hour.
Yeah, Labonte here's trying to get a draft off. Now they're going to split the lap car. Yeah, it looks like Labonte has the speed here compared to Allison. He's going to get a long side. Wow, Labonte made the pass on the outside to take the lead back. The 1984 champions back in the lead. Led a lot early in the race. Yeah, they said Allison has the most wins at Riverside, so I don't know if Allison has the speed to catch Labonte though today. I mean, Labonte seems to be really fast, and with Waltrip and Elliott so far back now, I mean, if the rest of this goes green, Labonte's got it in the bag unless something happens.
Probably the Labonte crew says that they're all done with their pit stops. They can go the distance. What about the 22 car?
We're all done for now. We got enough fuel to go the way. I guess they outguessed us on tires today.
Yeah, they've done a fine job down there, but you're sure you've got enough fuel there?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Well, Steve, not only does Bobby Allison have to worry about the man in front of him, he's got a challenge coming up behind him. The bandit, Harry Gant, number 3.
Well, Gant's closing in now on Allison. Doesn't surprise me. Gant was really strong early in the race, then he's made some runs on people out of nowhere, so. Wow, there's a lot of slow traffic in front of them. Oh, he got loose. Save it, buddy. Just like that, Gant. Whoa, a little bit of contact. One thing that I like about Harry Gant was he always raced people hard, but he never like dunked people. He was just really good at battling people and wearing them out. So Gant never was someone who would try to move someone out of the way unless he like really had to. Like, yeah, maybe he moved some people on short tracks, but wasn't like some of the other drivers from his era.
Determined man, the number 33 bandit, and if he's slip underneath him going into turn number 9. So Gant takes over second place. Tire smoking, driving that thing as hard as he can.
Well, they're starting to call her again, Mr. Second Place. He was second.
Oh, this guy. I thought Allison had another run on him. I don't think he. Let's see, the lap traffic could hold up Gant here. Oh, here he comes. If Allison just stay with him here, he could probably get a shot on him in turn 6 or 5. I don't know. A lot of glitching in the video. I do apologize, y'all. Wow, look how big Labonte's lead is. He's at least ahead about 3 or 4 seconds. Quarter of a mile lead. That's crazy. Nowadays, if that happened on a road course, like, even nowadays, I just know how some of the current NASCAR fans are. They'll probably be like, oh, this is the boring race. Oh, people. If on Twitter too, be like, they're too far ahead. Oh, it's the last lap? I didn't realize it was the last lap. Okay. Well, they haven't really been sharing how many laps there are, so not really surprised, but at the same time, yeah, sort of. They definitely must have cut out a good bit of the video. It looks like someone spun out or something went off the track. Oh, here comes Bill Elliott by Richard Petty for position. Yeah, Elliott's car, even though he had that tire go down, he's just showing how fast he is today. He was really fast.
Obviously a disappointed young man because he made that magnificent charge from 12th place all the way up to the lead, only to cut down a tire and then fall back.
Here comes Terry Labonte.
There we go. Final quarters. Labonte, the 84 champion, and won this race in 84 also. It looks like he's going to get this one.
And car owner Billy Hagan has got to be wishing he didn't go fishing and was here to enjoy their success at Riverside for the second year in a row.
Off the final corner. Just about
and Labonte wins.
Checkered flag is out. Victory. Corpus Christi, Texas is Terry Labonte.
Started second, won the race. Really strong race by him, and gets the victory in the California 400. Okay, so it's going to show a little bit of the standings. We'll look at the racing reference, but Allison finished third, Ricky Rudd fourth, Kyle Petty fifth. I'm surprised Petty got fifth. Just because, like, he had been in the latter half of the top 10 most of the race. And it was mainly, you know, getting the track position because other guys went out.
Well, thank you. You know, the Piedmont Airlines Chevy ran awful good today. You know, we couldn't have been happier.
It looked like you and Bobby were putting on a heck of a duel, but maybe you had a tire advantage over him.
Well, I don't know. You know, my car was wearing tires awful bad, and at that particular time when I went by Bobby's, his car didn't look like it was working quite as good as it was earlier.
I know his team felt that your guys just outfoxed him on tires.
I guess.
So coming in on green and getting forward tires, celebrating here in the victory circle is Terry Labonte. Again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Let's go to Brock Yates.
Let's go over a short interview there.
Harry, was there any particular moment was a turning point for you that sort of turned it around for Terry?
No, not really. I just planned to start the race, and I just mainly wanted to try to be there at the end. And then we got lucky enough to get to about fourth or fifth, you know, towards the time before the last caution. And then I run the car as hard as I could go, and I managed to go all the way to the front. But earlier in the race, you know, I put on 4 tires. When I saw Terry pass him, I knew it was going to be awfully hard to catch. And I drove awful hard to try to catch him, and you know, I was wearing it out pretty bad, you know. So maybe if I'd done a little easier, I might have maybe got it closer. I don't think I could have beat him out.
Probably not. Well, congratulations on a super drive for second place, sir.
Thank you.
Now let's go to Steve.
Well, that was definitely an interesting race. If I were to give it a race rating, I would probably give it a 7. I mean, there was some great battles. There was yeah, a lot of interesting moments, some game changers. But anyways, we're gonna look real quick at the statistics of this race. So bear with me here. '85. Where is Riverside? All right. This was the 12th race of the season. So this was after the World 600. Terry Labonte, he won. He started second. As mentioned, he led the most laps of 41. Guy who led the second most laps, Tim Richmond. I picked him to win. He ended up finishing 9th. Last car in the lead lap, Darrell Waltrip led 13. Bill Elliott led 11. Richard Petty, I mentioned he started farther back. He started 20th, finished 7th. Let's see here. You get Ken Schrader, 10th. Glenn Stewart, I've never heard of him before. He's driving, I think he's independent driver. He started 26th, finished 11th. Great run by him. Marcus finished in 12th. Jim Robertson started McKnight. Wow. A lot of drivers that I haven't heard before did finish in the top 20. Jeffrey Bodine finished 22nd. He had a problem early in that race. Looked like he was either piston or engine related. Presley Wallace was in this race in the 2 car. He finished 24th. Herschel McGriff was, he crashed out, finished 20th. I don't remember seeing his, no, I think we did see his wreck. We did see Jimmy Means wreck. His was in turn 4, or not turn 4, turn 9. He went up and hit the wall and came to a stop. Dale Earnhardt finished 40th. Not a good run for him. Definitely not a great points day for Dale Earnhardt. So, yeah, looking at the standings after the race, it was actually Labonte in the points lead. Which surprised me. I mean, yeah, he won the 84 championship. I just didn't realize he was actually in the points lead at the time. In 85. I didn't know he had the points lead at all in 85. There's Bill Elliott in second there in points, 49 back. Jeffrey Bodine, then Darrell Waltrip fourth in points. Blake Speed actually 10th in points at the moment in 85, and then Dale Earnhardt 11th. So let's see, where did Lake Speed finish? I don't even see Lake Speed. Oh, there he is. Finished 25th. I mistook him for Joe Ruttman. I thought Joe Ruttman was driving the 75 that year, but I was wrong. Lake Speed was driving the 75. So the race was only 2 hours, 23 minutes. They had 3 cautions, 10 lead changes, and he won by 5 seconds. So, yeah, a pretty solid race to say the least. I thought it was really entertaining. But let me know your thoughts, and boy, let me know what other races I should watch next. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Thank y'all so much for watching. And until next time, I am out. Peace.